Okay, so here we are at the Armstrong Station Paramedics EMS service, and we're going to get an opinion. And that's how warm she is today. Hello.
Hello there.
How are you?
Good, how are you?
I brought the phone back. So, this is one of our local EMS guys, and I'd asked him good ideas for putting together a first aid kit for going to the bush, based off of stuff that you've picked up while being up here and things of that nature. So, what do you say? What do you think?
So I basically think same as you had mentioned, just a basic first aid kit, buy it anywhere, and then also just throw in some polysporin, wouldn't hurt.
What would be the purpose for the polysporin? Obviously,
for infections.
Infections, so scratches and
exactly,
things like that.
And then also just pick up Benadryl never hurts for any sort of allergic reactions, minor that you might get.
So even if you don't have like allergies per se, Benadryl is a benefit?
Something you get some sort of rash rubbing into some sort of leaves or bush or anything. It'll help.
Well, there's a lot of stuff out there that's,
Yeah, exactly. You never know.
even from the flies and the mosquitoes.
Exactly. Yeah. So first encounter, and then the other thing, if you can pick up an EpiPen, that would be good too. And now you mentioned it,
EpiPens, aren't they for like if you have like specific health problems, or can anybody use an EpiPen for different things? I mean, what's an EpiPen good for?
You got to get a prescription from the doctor to get an EpiPen.
Okay, so why would a doctor give a prescription for an EpiPen?
So for a severe allergic reaction.
To
bee stings, peanut butter being the most typical. I'm sure you've
so
heard
they're
that before. So
kind of generic. It just covers a whole whack of stuff that's
any
kind of allergic reaction.
Severe allergic reaction.
Okay.
So you'd use an EpiPen. Peanut butter being the most common allergy you've probably heard of.
So there's some guys, yep, for sure. That seems to be popular today. I don't understand it, but there's some guys that are coming from outside the area. For instance, one's coming from New Brunswick. Right. They don't have the same kind of environment as we do, obviously.
Right.
So maybe he might have a reaction to...
Yeah, whatever. It's hard to say. Even like wasps and insects are classic too for anaphylactic reactions, right? And that's severe again. If you can get one from your doctor, definitely doesn't hurt. That'd be part of your first aid kit.
Just to be there, just in case.
There's something else that's come to my mind that we're talking about for GI, like upset stomachs. Doesn't hurt to pick up, what's the name? Just go to the pharmacy and pick up for your, when you get upset stomach there.
Tums?
Like Pepto-Bismol, that kind of stuff. I'm trying to think
Antacids?
Antacids wouldn't hurt, but I'm thinking more for upset stomachs when you get diarrhea.
Upset stomach, diarrhea.
I'm trying to think, you know what I mean?
Motrin?
Like that's it, yeah, I think it's a Motrin. But the classic for upset stomachs,
well, there's the
someone drinks something that's not clean.
Pepto-Bismol.
Pepto-Bismol is more like you got an upset stomach, but I think it's a Motrin. You go into the pharmacy, you'll see it. I would pick up for diarrhea and stuff like that. Someone gets about it, something.
Well, that's the classic commercial for Pepto-Bismol is upset stomach, diarrhea.
Exactly. But I'm just thinking, but there's another one that's more for like, well, actually, no, it wouldn't hurt to pick up bottles like Gatorade and stuff for electrolytes and stuff like that.
Yeah, we were actually just having a discussion about DIY electrolytes, so you throw some salt and some other stuff.
I was just thinking of basics like the GI. Pick up Pepto-Bismol, but go in there, and I think it's not coming to me, but you'll know it. Is it a Motrin? Forget the name, but if you go to a pharmacy, you'll see it. There's for diarrheas and upset stomachs.
Well, we focus on a lot of things, obviously, like water purification. So we do the filtration and then purification. We boil it. We kind of push the idea of doing not just relying on one. Yeah. So you got a lifestyle or a Sawyer filter. That's great, but do other stuff too. Sure, and that'll help with the digestive tract. So, okay. Well, thank you very much.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah, and would you mention the standard first aid kit you got?
Yeah.
Any good standard first aid kit doesn't hurt. If you want to get fancy, pick up a few splints. But a good kit might
actually that's a good idea.
Like soft splints.
Yeah.
But even good, if you're in the bush at the end of the day, good pieces of wood off trees can do it. They're just a little jagged, but straight splints.
Just cut it.
Those flexi splints.
We all bring axes and knives.
Yeah, so like a flexi splint just saves you a lot of time from fooling around and someone you had to immobilize an arm or a leg. Well,
that's what we're looking at. We're looking at worst case scenarios. So then, what would be a realistic thing to pack? I mean, like I said, I got sutures, for instance, but that's kind of an extreme thing. You kind of need some training, and generally,
in worst case, you would try it and do it. You got nothing to lose. You're stitching the skin together,
sure.
you know. And but yeah, if you put actually what I would do if I was in your case, because I gave you the basics if I was going, but I would just Google wilderness first aid kits. And you're going to get tons.
Well, that's
of stuff.
something that you mentioned before. You were saying check out
kits.
St. John's site.
Or Canadian Red Cross.
Canadian Red Cross. Oh, that's right. Canadian Red Cross.
Just put in wilderness first aid kits.
Wilderness first aid, and that should give you a really good.
Even if you just Google it and say wilderness first aid kits, they'll go out to town with probably tourniquets.
Oh.
They got
See, I got a cat. I got an Israeli tourniquet.
Those, yeah. Even blood clotting systems, little packets you can buy, and but it would stop bleeding
got
and all
quick
that.
clot.
See, quick clot.
Yeah.
See, so you got already a lot of good stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I try to keep up on what's coming out or what's available.